All right. Well, welcome everyone to the Monday night team training. And thank you so much for taking the time to learn, support, grow your LifeVantage business. Thank you so much for allowing me to share my passion on belief. This has been fun. And for me, it gets more exciting with every week. Um, as we do the different parts, because I'm just so pumped up about belief in the industry, and then next week's as well. So first, we have some exciting announcements, and I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this. I know a lot of people were on or caught the recording of the announcements from corporate yesterday. The discount codes, everybody gets a code. You get a code, you get a code, you get a code, you get a code. Everybody gets a code. You're gifted with the discount code to help you build your business. It's good until May 31st. New Axio flavors. I already ordered mine. Cannot wait to try the cherry limeade. And then there's the peach nectarine, which is decaf. And then the super big news, you guys, this is huge. LifeVantage was featured in Newsweek's special report in Newsweek magazine. Special report, a new era in life sciences 2024. And the online version features an interview from our CEO, Steve Fife, and that's in addition to the report that you can find on print. Now, I tell you that you can find it on Amazon, the printed copy, but when I went in last night, there were 3 copies left, and guess what? I bought them all. So they may have restocked. You can check that out, but check your hub, check the hub for all the info, team vitality, all of that. You also have an email that says subject line big news inside or something like that. But a lot of great things happening. There really are. So let's go ahead and get started. I am going to share my screen. And Christy, I'll just ask that everybody can see my screen on your end. Yes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sounds good. All right, part 3, belief in the industry. This is a big one. And it should be one that we're loud and proud about, because being proud in this industry is a huge contributor to your success. And if you're not proud of what you do, you're never going to be able to build belief in the profession with your current and your potential consultants. So I believe that people that feel embarrassed by it, or people that like immediately shut it down, is really just a result of a lack of knowledge in the industry itself. They don't know what they don't know, what it is, what it's not, all of those things. And sometimes it's not you, or it's not your consultant. It may be a spouse. It may be a partner. It may be a family member. It may be a friend who just doesn't know enough, and therefore conjures up this like decades old mindset that the industry is something, corrupt or wackadoodle in some way, and they think you're crazy. And you know what I have to say about that, and Tara will agree with me on this one. It's 2024, folks. This is not the 70s. This is not the 80s. A lot has changed. So we're going to share some really great stuff with you tonight, and kind of help you through this belief system. Okay, so if you missed it, belief in the company and belief in the products, those recordings can be found on Team Vitality and the Team Vitality YouTube channel. Thanks to Belkis Coriel, Christy Vogt, and from corporate, Skylar Fobbs, for joining us last week and sharing some really impressive facts on what makes LifeVantage different and better than other direct sales companies. And if you haven't seen that recording, check it out, because I think what's really cool when you go back and watch it is we all mention the same key things. And I think that speaks volumes right there. There's lots of great products out there. There's other, good companies out there, but learn why LifeVantage is the best. And allow me to reiterate, public versus private, you heard it last week, was the biggest factor. It's all about transparency. So check out the recording there. Today, we're building our belief, obviously, in the profession of network marketing. And we are going to hear stories from MC3 Donna Mondorff and our very own upline presidential Tara Wilson. So we are thrilled to have both of them with us. And then next week, on the finale, that's Tuesday after Memorial Day, is part 4, Belief in Yourself. And this one is huge. I think this is a stumbling block for each and every one of us at some point. And this is one of those things that, you could build belief in yourself, and then, 3 months later, you lose it and you got to build it again. I think this one is one that we work on all the time through personal development and personal growth. So, building belief in yourself is huge, and we have a great session and training for you next week as well. So, belief in the industry. What is it exactly? There's a lot of things we're going to share with you tonight, but I just think this is one of the best clips. This is from Eric Worre, and if you haven't seen this, you will enjoy it. If you have seen it, you're going to love seeing it again. And yes, I am going to lift this link, and we'll put it in the chat because I have it on my phone and nice and handy where I can share it. So, Christy, let's see. Yes, I can see you. I'm going to hit this now. Just give me a thumbs up that everyone can both see it and hear it. And there's probably about a 3-second ad that I'm going to skip past in the beginning. So let's hope this worked. It worked all week long when I put it up here and linked it.
No offense, but if you still
Okay, wait, I've got to slide it over to the other screen, I think. Can you see it?
Mm-hmm.
You can see it?
Well, kind of. We can see your, yeah.
Okay, let me stop sharing. Let me share what let me go back to the screen that I want to get to. Okay. Okay. Better?
Yes, I see the video.
Okay.
think stocks, real estate, or crypto
And
are the
hear it.
passive income
Now I
investments
need
in
to skip.
today's economy.
Here we go.
Imagine if Amazon allowed you to become an independent distributor and paid out 40% of its revenue to that distributor group. All you had to do as a distributor was recommend a product. And if a person bought it on Amazon, Amazon would take care of all the logistics and you'd get paid for bringing the customer. Now imagine you got paid for every purchase that customer made for the rest of their lives. Well, Amazon doesn't offer this option, but network marketing companies do.
85% of all buying decisions in our society are made as a result of word of mouth or reputation.
We're recommending things to each other all the time. Who's your dentist? Who's your doctor? Who's your lawyer? What detergent, are you using? What legal system are you using? What product are you using? We're talking to each other about the things that we love anyway.
When you go into a big box retailer, you're lucky if the clerk looks you in the eye, much less gives you any detailed or accurate information about what you're purchasing. So of course, this personal information, this education coming from a friend, a neighbor, a relative, or even a stranger, but one who has experience with the product is extraordinarily valuable.
As a matter of fact, network marketing can educate consumers probably better than any other form of marketing. It certainly can do better than advertising because advertising usually has a certain hype to it.
I can't hear it now.
Typical sales company and you want to sell $1 million a month worth of product, you might go find 100 superstar salespeople. The quota would be $10,000 a month. So network marketing as a distribution system just flips the numbers. So we use 10,000 happy, raving fans of a particular product. And we don't concern ourselves so much with how much product each one of them individually sells. If they sell just $100 or $200 a month, and there's 10,000 of them, you're selling $1 million to $2 million a month worth of product. And that's the best way I can explain how network marketing works.
This is the marketing arm of the company. There's not money being wasted on bricks and mortar. There's not money being wasted on inventory that's sitting stagnant somewhere. There's not of employees standing around that don't have customers. These are people that are going to connect with customers.
These companies allow people to become independent distributors for extremely low cost and with no minimum time or sales quota. Essentially, they own their own business and can provide as much or as little sales as they choose. In other words, the distributor gets all the benefits of traditional business ownership without the risk.
The advantage of network marketing is the ease of entry, the low risk, and the low startup cost, because almost everything else has very high risk.
You can get in for a minimal investment. You're buying into a system that's already been proven, products or services that have been proven to work.
The keys to network marketing is providing an opportunity for the masses to get involved, providing an opportunity for the average person who doesn't have the resources to start their own business.
All of this so far is fairly straightforward, but network marketing offers another benefit, and it's this benefit that makes it so interesting for entrepreneurs. Network marketing allows a distributor to build their own network of other distributors and then compensates them on the sales created by that entire group.
Direct selling is, at its base, very simple. It's the sale of a product or service to an individual on a face-to-face, one-on-one basis, just the way we're talking right now. But there's an important element as well, and that's the offering in conjunction with that sale of product, the offering of an opportunity for someone to make something of themselves.
No matter what your social status is, no matter what language that you speak. I mean, look how many unbelievable people are becoming successful that speak every kind of language out there. What an awesome gift to give the world.
Instead of having to work your way up in a system and prove that you could be a sales manager, they just decided everybody can be a sales manager. Everybody gets to build a sales team from day one. And so what that brought into the system of growth as a direct selling company is the concept of compounding or geometric progression. Because now you can actually grow sales force very quickly because everybody is enrolling people in their own sales force.
People who are like, oh, this is weird, I'm building a sales team. And what do you think you do at a regular company? How do you think a regular company works?
Network marketing is the only industry that doesn't say your past determines your future. It looks at your past and says, okay, now what can we train you to do so you can have a great future? Every other employer out there wants to exploit you for what you already know, not teach you something new.
And that, I think, says it so well, right? I just absolutely love that video. And I will put that in the chat as soon as I get a moment when we have one of the speakers on, and I'll slip that link in the chat so that you guys can have that and save it. But good stuff, right? Okay, so let's take a look at some of the benefits. In today's economy, this could be the best decision that you have already made, obviously, if you're on this call, for you and your family. And really, the opportunities have never been greater for success. And you'll hear that from, I mean, myself, I've been in the industry almost 20 years. Tara, about the same amount of time. Donna's been in 17 years. The resources that we have now, what's available to us now, as opposed to what we had years ago, is just incredible. We saw some big names on the Eric Worre video that believe in this industry, and that list goes on. Robert Kiyosaki, Richard Branson, Bill Gates, Brian Tracy, Tony Robbins, John Maxwell. There's so many people that respected people that respect this industry. So we're going to take a look, obviously with the timing that we have, and we have some great guests tonight. I'm just going to bop through these really, really quickly. But low investment, low risk. Any business owner will tell you that startups to startup costs to start a traditional business is huge, even for a small business. And then you don't expect to turn a profit in 2, 3, sometimes 5 years. So with LifeVantage, you can own your own business for under $1,000. And I know folks can start with an enrollment pack that are less than $400 to start a business. It's almost too cheap. Don't get me started on that. That's another training. Quality products. We get to educate people on these amazing activation products. And of course, our very first one was belief in the products a couple of weeks ago. You can roll that back if you missed that, but these are the most amazing products. Flexibility, time freedom. You can work it like a hobby if you want to make some hobby money, or you can work it like a business if you want to make big money. You decide, you work it into your life, either way. Financial freedom, it allows you to really truly take charge of your financial life because you're using your own efforts to build an organization of people that are doing the same thing. No boss, no discrimination, no employees, period. Need I say more there? Tax benefits. A home-based business offers tons of tax benefits. Talk to your CPA about that. Proven system for success. Follow the leaders. They leave a trail. The systems are already in place. There's so many six-figure monthly earners in this industry and in LifeVantage that have already paved the way for us. So, and we're going to hear from one of them in just a few minutes. There's plenty of training, guidance, support, personal growth and development. I mean, this is just huge. For things to get better, you have to get better. I love that quote. I don't even know who said it, but I love that quote. If you work on personal growth, you're going to build a bigger, better organization. And by doing that, you're going to make more money. So for instance, if you read a personal development book and then you share what you learned or you share that book with your team, that can result in better sales. It can result in enrolling. It can result in organizational growth of your team. So, honestly, this list could be a mile long. We could have done all 4 weeks on just the advantages of LifeVantage and network marketing because there's so many worthwhile benefits to this industry. But I want to get into a couple of guests that we have tonight. We're talking about what personal development is, but what it is not is also very important. And I know that we've all gotten that question, is this one of those pyramid things? So here to answer that question is Donna Mondorff, an esthetician, salon owner of Glow Salon in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. She's a mom, wife, grandma, Mimi, to 4 grandkids. She joined this industry about 17 years ago when she joined my team with a former company. And we are both so grateful every day that we found LifeVantage. Donna is a managing consultant 3 and headed for EC1 and a double diamond plus, like what, almost a triple diamond every single month. She recently spoke at our LifeVantage event in Nashville, and she's here tonight to share a great answer to the question. And she did share this in Nashville. Is this one of those pyramid things? So Donna, share your now famous answer.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Thank you all so much and welcome everyone. I love seeing all the faces. I just love this series on belief. And I was so happy when LIndy asked me to share this part of it. I love network marketing. I love the business model. I love people. I love sharing. I love building relationships. And in doing all of that, you have to have the belief when you get some objections. And one of the objections is, like LIndy said, I did a training in Nashville and it was a smaller group of brand new consultants. And I still get asked the same question. Is that a pyramid? Is that a network marketing company? Is that an MLM? And you really have to be loud and proud. You have to know how to answer that. And when I was in Nashville and I had this great group of people, I asked them that and I said, raise your hand if you've ever gotten this question. Is that a pyramid? And most everybody's hand went up. And then I said, okay, raise your hand if you were able to answer that question. And not many hands went up. So it is a tricky question, and Lindy had just said before that we really have to have that confidence, and we have to know how to answer it. We have to know the industry of what we are in. So how I explain it is, and if you guys have paper and pencil right with you, you can draw with me as I'm explaining, or you can just follow along. But how I do it is I say, okay, if somebody says, Donna, is that a pyramid? Lots of times I say, what do you think a pyramid is? And they ramble on and on and on, and none of it makes sense. So I'm like, okay, let me give you a little bit of information. And I say, let's draw a triangle. So we're going to draw a triangle, and we're going to name it the Board of Education. And at the bottom of the triangle, there are the custodians and the cafeteria workers. And above them are the school office secretaries. And above the secretaries are the school teachers. And above the school teacher is the principal. And at the top of that pyramid is the CEO. And each one of those groups of people are we need them all. We need them all to be functioning properly in that Board of Education. So I then say to the person I'm speaking to, how many of the custodians and the cafeteria workers are going to make it to the teacher level? And they say, probably none. How many secretaries are ever going to be a principal? Probably none. How many of them are ever going to make it to the top of this triangle called the Board of Education, where the CEO sits? Probably none. So I say, okay, hold that thought. Now we're going to make another triangle, and we're going to call this triangle network marketing. You can call it relationship marketing, MLM, multi-level marketing, network marketing. They're all the same. So we're going to name this triangle network marketing. And I explained to them that me and everybody in LifeVantage started at the bottom. We all start at the bottom. We all of us here are consultants, whether you have been in it 2 weeks, 2 months, 5 years, 10 years, whatever. We're all business owners, like we just heard. We all are building a business, whatever that looks like to you. You might be going fast, it doesn't matter, but we all started at the bottom. It's our work ethic, it's our efforts that are going to get us to the top. But everybody at the bottom of the network marketing triangle has the ability to get to the top. It's how fast we want to go. It's how many stories we tell. It's how many products we share. It's how many relationships we build. It's a numbers game. We are talking to people. If you talk to one person a month, you're probably going to get a no. If you talk to 50 people a week, you're going to get some yeses. But we all start at the bottom, and we have the ability to make it to the top. Unlike the triangle over here, that is the Board of Education. The people at the bottom, they're never going to make it halfway up that triangle. So that to me is a pyramid. We are not a pyramid, and be loud and proud about it. We are not. Pyramids are illegal. They're illegal. And if you are talking to someone, whether it's somebody you know, it's a family member, it's a stranger, if they know you and know your heart, they know we're not doing anything illegal. So that's how I explain it. We are not a pyramid. You have to know why we're not. And that's a perfect example of why we're not a pyramid. So that's how I explain it. And yeah, like I said, I get it too. I get it all the time too. Well, isn't that another network marketing company? Yeah, it is. Yes, it is. And we are proud of this. And we've got, like we said, the best company, we have the best products. We have the best company. It's a smart business model. Listen, I own a business, and I'm trading time for money. I love what I do. I love what I do. It's not like work. I get to go every day. I love my people. I love doing facials. I get to bring my dog to work. It's not a job, but I am trading time for money. In network marketing, when we have the ability to leverage and we have the ability to build teams, it's not really about our position in the company. It's about finding the need of somebody that needs our products. And that's the blessing in sharing these products.
That's so
love
good.
you all.
That's so good. Thank you so much, Donna. Wow, that's just amazing wisdom and nuggets from Donna. And I just love that that scenario and that example of a pyramid. So I hope that that helps you all as well. Thanks again, Donna. All right. We are ready for Tara Wilson. She's a wife, a mom of three. She got into the profession, as we mentioned earlier, 17 years ago when she had two children, and she was able to earn $10 million while raising three kids, and was able to have a life of flexibility because of this industry. Her teams over those 17 years have amassed more than $1/3 billion. I said billion with a B, in global sales. And she is a top earner and leader here at LifeVantage at the highest level of presidential consultant. We are grateful to have her as our upline leader. We are grateful to have her in LifeVantage, and we're super, super grateful to have her as our special guest tonight. So Tara, take it away. You're muted.
I forgot that step. Awesome for having me. And by the way, I think this is one of the best training series ever, because these are the 4 pillars of belief that everyone has to have. In all 4, you have to have all of them. And I'm not sure which order they were in. I know you've done the product and the company. And
products, yeah, products first, company, industry tonight, and belief in yourself next week.
Which is the hardest one. That's
I know it is.
Definitely the last one, save the best for last for sure. Gosh, I wish I was on that one. I wish I was on all of them. But anyway, so glad.
You're welcome to join us next week too.
I just might, because I'm telling you, I might even touch on it just for like 30 seconds tonight, because the things that I had to get over the last 17 years was belief in myself. And I know a lot of you have heard my story, or will hear it. I want to spend as much time just giving you information, but you know, I was a 6-figure earner in the mortgage business, in that profession. I loved it. I had to work 40 hours a week, but I got to work for a few hours in the morning, sometimes, you know, just waiting for the rates to be established and all that, and pulling information, printing stuff. And then I would have to go in the field, but I had a boss, I had to be somewhere, and I had to clock in and clock out. And I was responsible for numbers, right? It wasn't just about a paycheck. I was commissioned. So no sales, no commission, right? And so I learned through that profession for a couple of years that, you know, if it's to be, it's up to me. So I think one of the greatest things to look for is someone that has sales experience. First of all, like the gal in the video said, everything is sales. Everything is sales. That's the #1 highest paid profession in the world. And to be a good salesperson, you just have to be someone that can give value. I want to just talk about for a second, you see numbers, like, for example, EC1. So it's a pretty solid, 6-figure income, about 8,500, depends on, how deep your organization, how many personally enrolled. But I would say the average person is probably pulling in 100,000 a year, just talking to some of them on our team. Do you guys know that only 8.4 of all women in the US, which I think it's 113 million women to choose from, only 8.4% earn an income of over 100,000 a year? Did you guys know that? 91.6% of all women in the US earn under 100,000 a year. I want you to let that sink in. So, probably is a little hard to get to EC1 for some of you, but that would put you in the top 8% of all women in the United States in income. Only 0.04% of all women in the US earn 250,000 a year or more, and that's probably a solid EC2/EC3. Definitely an EC3, if not even less than that. So I want you guys to put these numbers in perspective, because what are the highest paid professions for women? You've got doctors. What does that entail? Well, graduating from high school, 4 years of college, 4 years of med school, and anywhere between 4 years of residency, so that's 12 years after high school, up to being a surgeon, another 3 to 4 years, You know, like my son for a long time wanted to be a neurosurgeon, and my neighbor right across the street, like literally right across the street. I never see her. I've lived here for almost 6 years. She was a brain surgeon at the Mayo Clinic, but because she never saw her family and it got too stressful, she actually only just consults now. But it was I talked to her about it. She's like, it's 16 years after high school, and I have the stress of having to cut open a human brain and wonder if I'm a little millimeter or whatever, like just a hair this way or hair that way. They don't walk, they don't talk, they don't, have any motor function. So it's a very stressful job too. And that's probably one of the highest paid, other than owning a restaurant, having a brick and mortar. And I know some of you here, I know Angie you have, and Christy, I know you've had med spas. I know some of you guys have had brick and mortars. It's not like it's easy. You are married to your job and you have to build it. You have to invest in it. And I feel like sometimes people forget that this is just another profession. And Eric Worre just asked us recently to stop calling it industry and calling it profession, because that's what it is. It's another profession. And I really think I've heard the stat so many times, like of all the self-made millionaires in the world, they've mostly come, and for women, have come from network marketing. So this is a viable option if you don't have a college degree, if you didn't go to med school. So if you don't have a college degree, you can't be a doctor, you can't be a surgeon, you can't be a dentist, you can't be a physical therapist, you can't be a nurse practitioner. You can't, you could do mortgage or real estate. I think now they're actually requiring degrees for that. Sales again is one of the highest paid professions. Pharmaceutical rep, one of my very best friends, Angie knows her, Sarah, she's been a pharma rep for 25 years. And I think her best year ever, which is great, is about 200 to 250,000, which is amazing, incredible income. So, I mean, like not only, but she would over the years ago, I mean, she's one of my best friends, she knows. And she's like, dang, like I work so hard. I work 60, 70 hours a week. I'm always in my car. I'm always in doctor's office. I have to wear a suit every day. It's like, oh, but she just, after that long, she just was comfortable and she knew it. And a lot of times people are afraid of change, and she wasn't unhappy. She actually really liked the job. So who are we looking for in network marketing? And I love all those stats that you gave, LIndy, because like this is truly the most incredible profession. Set aside from the fact that we get to help people make money, but in our company or any other wellness company, you really truly have an impact on people getting healthy. And then one of my favorite 3 things, gold about this profession: making money, getting healthy, or doing whatever you love. If you want to do makeup and that makes you love, if you love doing makeup, do makeup, right? I mean, that's not me. So that's why I'm not in a makeup company, but there are people that sings to their heart, or selling jewelry or whatever you can sell out there. For me, there's no better reward than helping someone get healthy. Hearing them go, my arthritis is gone, and we don't make any claims, but my migraines are gone. I'm sleeping good. I have energy. I just feel like my whole body feels better. My skin looks better. My hair looks better. The thousands and thousands of stories that we've seen. So that is reason enough to do it. The money is just a great, but also the person you become. I kind of tease, but there's no Danielle Steele, James Patterson, Stephen King's, like there's no fiction, Mark Grisham's, no, like those are great books, but they're in the other room. These are all books that have added value to me, whether it was a health book, a mindset book, a leadership book, a network marketing book. And I feel like that is probably the most important part of my journey. And I think it's the most left behind. And I did a little digging because I wanted to give you something real. Warren Buffett today is currently number 6 on the Forbes wealthiest men in the world. Number 6, 133 billion or something his net worth is. Do you know he has forever, since he was in his early 20s, read 500 to 800 pages a day on the topic of investing? Still in retirement in his 80s, I believe it's his 80s, still spends 80% and reads over 500 pages a day. So of course you don't have to be, I would take 133 billion. I would take like 100th of that, that'd be pretty cool. I mean, that would be like 13 million or something. I don't know, 130 million. Yeah, it'd be 130 million. But like, think about that number. But what if you could just do more than you're doing now? What if you could learn more about this profession, learn really what is working right now? And if anyone wants to know, I am in a mastermind. I meet with Eric Worre and some of the top leaders in the network marketing profession every other week. In fact, our next one's tomorrow at 11. anytime anyone wants to know what's discussed on those calls and what is working, I'm happy to tell you. I try to tell people, but sometimes, people get in their head. If you really want to like what's working, if you want to know what the fastest growing people that are growing right now in our economy, in this climate, in the United States, with a similar, company, a wellness company, I'm happy to share that with you. And I'm actually going to be at his studio. He's moved it from his home because it got too big, but his studio, June 4th and 5th, I believe, in Vegas. And that's an in-person event. And he says, get ready, because this is going to be our best one yet. I've been in his mastermind. This is my 4th year. So it's fun kind of being around people. But I'll tell you this, it still comes back to that. Working works. It really does. And this profession is no different than if you started a book publishing company or a boutique or an Etsy or a tumble time bus or anything you start, a med spa. You are going to have to invest time. You are going to have to invest money. You are going to have to do marketing. You are going to have to educate people on why they should buy from you. See, the greatest thing about this industry, the greatest thing about this profession, is that hundreds of millions of dollars. Do you ever think about this? Hundreds of millions of dollars of investments have been made in infrastructure on your behalf. So you can come in, learn a little tiny bit, enough to start a conversation and earn a profit in your first day. Ask any business owner how long it took them to make a profit. And people will laugh if they say, you can make a profit your first day. But here's the thing, stop setting this apart from owning a business and owning a network marketing business. They are the same. And that's the mindset that I've had since the very beginning, since March of 2007, when I signed up and I paid, $300 for a bunch of, juice to come to my house. And I went to every training. We only had things like conference calls. There was no Zooms. There was no Facebook groups. There was no Skype. There was nothing. We had conference calls. We had in-person meetings, and I went to every single one, and I showed up with a pen and a paper, and I learned, and I just said, what are the most successful people doing? I'm going to do what they did. And a lot of times it sounded scary. Holy cow, did it sound scary. This one couple was like the top people. They were making like $1 million a month though. So, they did 100 meetings in 100 days. They got in an RV, they packed up their kids, and over the summer, they did 100 meetings in 100 days and changed their life, made millions and millions and millions of dollars sharing the message. So I want you guys to just kind of think about, after you hear all of this, what are the advantages of owning a network marketing business? The upside is limitless. And guys, I think we've got some good stuff coming at the end of the year. I'm going to find out. I'm flying into corporate on June 10th, but I heard some rumors and murmurs. And if it's 10% of what I heard is true, we could be the next $1 billion network marketing company. And I do not say that lightly. Like, it'll put college into shame. So anywho, I don't know if it's right though, so don't ask me. I'm not going to tell you, because I would never tell a thing that I don't know for true. But I know that the company is working tirelessly on your behalf, giving you all the promotions, the most clean, scientifically backed, affordable products in their categories, the products that we all love and use and know. And I'm proud to use it. I was joking with some of the leaders today. I'm like, I probably spend $1,200 a month. Just 5 of us on collagen is $700 a month. Just 5 of us on collagen. That doesn't include 3 more tri-synergizers, skincare, hair care, gut health, omegas, Icy Bright, Axio, shampoo and conditioner, and my dogs. So, but like, I love that I get to buy from my store. I love that. So I get to buy, and you all know, I don't know if you guys know this or you're aware, the amount of plagiarized or fraudulent products on the market, these Instagram ads saying these stories about this, and then they're putting fake reviews up, and people are buying them by the millions of dollars, and they aren't even real products. They're garbage. They're not tested. They're not verified. They don't even know if what is on the label is in the bottle. And so these are all things that it's getting a scary world. And I just sent a video today to some of our leaders about like skin. there is an explosion in skincare with teens and tweens, and they're putting products with all this garbage on their face. Another opportunity to talk about our incredibly clean products that are tested, that are proven, that have a quality standard and seals and legitimacy. Should be important, and I think we should try to find a way to weave it into our conversations. Yeah, stuff out there. I read recently that like that there's no regulation. So I stopped buying everything and anything I was going to put in my body from Amazon a while ago, and I only buy from reputable sources, like, nutrition stores and stuff. So my point is we have the best opportunity, hundreds of millions of dollars in infrastructure, legal team, research and development team, marketing team. All we have to do, we don't even have to create the message. We just have to relay the message. That's all you do. And when you learn that the more people you relay the message to, the bigger your impact and your income will be. It's like you create this energy, like it will take on a life of its own. You are a high paid parrot. All you have to do is hear the conversation, say the conversation, hear the conversation, say the conversation, have conversations. That is the one thing that will separate. So if you are struggling with the belief of the products, use every product. I am a product of the product. There's only like 2 that I don't use every day. That's just because I don't need them every day, and I just don't use them, and I don't like them. Like the omegas, I actually don't like the omegas. They don't sit well with me. But that's okay. Oh, the daily wellness I take every day, the prebiotic, the probiotic. Oh my gosh. High paid pair. Yeah. So don't fail on being a product of the product. Be a product of the product. Use the products, right? The company, gosh, we just go back and listen. The company we're world class. We're top notch. We're the best of the best. Aaron Brockovich putting our name on it is a big deal. And this profession has created so many millionaires from people who have less skills than you, live in smaller towns, have less confidence than you, but they went out and did the work. So do whatever you can to increase your knowledge of this profession, and then stick around next week for Believe in Yourself, because I believe in all of you, because I've seen how far I've come in my life, and I've seen a lot of people along my journey, hundreds of thousands of consultants in my team. I have seen a lot, and I'm telling you, anyone can do this. So stay tuned.
Dogs are hot.
Thank you. Thank you, Tara, so much. Oh my gosh, that was absolutely amazing. I think you took us through all 4 weeks in just that short amount of time. But thank you. I love that. I'm a high paid parrot. I do love the omegas, though. I got to tell you, they're the best. No fishy burps.
My husband and my son and my daughter.
No fishy burps, as Christy would say.
Yeah.
I think that is so awesome that you're going to be live with Eric Worre. Please keep us posted on that, because we'd love to get some clips of that or see the whole video or whatever, but keep us posted. And I absolutely cannot wait to see what the future brings for LifeVantage by the end of this year. That sounded interesting. I can't wait. Anyway, I know we ran over, you guys, but I think it was well worth it. I just want to say thank you so much to Donna and to Tara for this belief in the profession of network marketing. And of course, coming up next week, belief in yourself. Can't wait. Thank you, everyone. Have a great evening.